Hi guys, my name is Crystal. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome old subscribers, welcome new. If you like my videos, please do subscribe and do press that like button. Thank you for your help and support. Today is Bank Holiday Monday. It's a bit windy and cold outside, so I don't think we'll be going out anywhere today. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. I think it's definitely maybe my Blanca's birthday today. Why not ask me for a joke about Oasis?
Alexa, can you tell me a joke about Oasis?
Liam Gallagher walked into a cafe and ordered a bowl of soup. The waiter said, "Do you want to roll with it?"
Right, so it's Noel Gallagher's birthday today out of Oasis. Alexa, what's the date today?
Today is Monday the 29th of May.
Alexa, what's the time?
It's 8:36 a.m.
Alexa, what's the weather like?
Right now in Rochester, it's 11 degrees Celsius with mostly cloudy skies. Today's forecast is intermittent clouds, with a high of 15 degrees and a low of 9 degrees.
Alexa, famous birthdays.
Today's famous birthdays include American basketball player Carmelo Anthony, model and actress from the United States Riley Keough, English singer, songwriter and guitarist Noel Gallagher, American composer, record producer, and actor Danny Elfman, and American writer, comedian, actor Anders Holm.
Right guys, so me, I'm just an ordinary everyday person vlogging my life. I'm not famous, I'm just an ordinary person on the street that you would pass and wouldn't recognise and wouldn't know who they were. So I'm anonymous and I vlog my everyday life, and I like doing it because you never know, years and years and years in the future, like someone discovered Anne Frank's diary, someone might read my vlogs or go through my handwritten diaries that I no longer have written since the Queen passed away. I used to do handwritten diaries, but the Queen passed away and this world seemed a nasty, horrible place after the Queen went. I don't see anyone making this world any better. You always used to see the Queen waving and interacting with the public. I don't see any of that old-fashioned, she was old-fashioned, but she had a sparkle in her eye, the Queen. She used to wave and people used to respect the Queen. I'm afraid for me that's all gone. It's all gone. And I no longer look at the monarchy as I used to do. I don't. My attitude has changed, and I see the world getting worse, not better. I don't want to depress people, by the way, but that's just how I see things. It is Bank Holiday Monday. I live by myself. I don't drive, and therefore I won't be going out anywhere today. I walk my lovely Chihuahua. He's my pride and joy. He keeps me going in a world that seems like it's turning against me for some reason. That's what it feels like. I never said it was. I said that's what it feels like. People are turning on me. I've had 2 phone calls from my mother, Jennifer, right, since yesterday, and I expect she'll call again this morning, because she hasn't called yet this morning.
Your EE voicemail. You have 2 new messages and 14 saved messages. First new message. Received yesterday at 3:38 p.m.
Good afternoon, Janessa. Giving you the usual afternoon daytime call. Hoping you're all right. Hope you're having a good Sunday. And I'll phone you later on this afternoon or early evening. Okay, Janessa, goodbye. Thinking of you.
To return the call at your normal call rate, press hash. To listen to the message again, your message will be saved for 7 days. Next new message. Received yesterday at 7:35 p.m.
Hello, Janessa. Giving you the usual evening, nighttime telephone call. Hope you've had a good day, and I'm wishing you good night and God bless, and I'll speak to you tomorrow, and I'll phone you anyway. All right, Janessa? Bye for now. I have been thinking of you. Bye.
Your message will be saved.
So my mother Jennifer has been thinking about me, Janestra, who is Crystal, and I'm a woman. I'm Jennifer's daughter. As far as I know, no one's staying with my mum up in Chatham, and I live alone in my flat in Rochester. Right. Yesterday I was on my own. I didn't go up and see my mum. I'm not going up to see my mum Jennifer in Chatham today. And I doubt that I will be next week either. It's going to be a tight week. I live on benefits, and these benefits have a disability value because I have a disability, right? That money is for me to help my life get better. And no, I've not bought any new furniture. And if I did, that's my business, isn't it? But I haven't bought any new furniture. The furniture in my flat was given to me because my son set up a GoFundMe page, and I wanted to move from my flat in Chatham to Rochester, and my son and several other people, which I'm grateful for, helped me, and there was money raised where this sofa, that fridge, and that washing machine, which is now broken down, and several second-hand cupboards, and a second-hand bed that was given to me have all broken now. Remember that I've lived in this flat for nearly 3 years, and things break down and fall apart. I'm afraid the cupboards that were given to me fell apart a few months after they were given to me. They were second-hand, and some came out of old garages, or even what the Americans would call dumpsters. Some of it was given to me out of bins, and furniture that some of it was not what no one wanted. The bed was an item of furniture that somebody didn't want. It wasn't a brand new bed either. So, yesterday I went out in the afternoon. I didn't go in the co-op because I'd gone in the co-op on Saturday, the day after I met that man on the field. So I went out in the afternoon, and it was the walk was okay. He was out upstairs. Remember that I received bullying for almost 2.5 years, and all of a sudden now it's quiet. He's never in, he's out. He goes out in the morning, he comes back in the evening, and I'm grateful for the peace and quiet. But I feel that I'm suffering because of that. I'm suffering mentally and emotionally. I've got PTSD because every time I go outside, when I hear what sounds like his kids, it makes me jump. And that is PTSD, which is post-traumatic stress disorder. Because I received abuse, noise and insults for 2.5 years nearly. And when you go outside and I hear kids, I jump. It makes me jump out my skin, and it frightens me. That's PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. And remember that I, Crystal, was abused as a child and mistreated and beaten. So of course I've got PTSD. Some people go through my videos and think it's funny. They think it's funny. I'll have people walk past me and laugh at me and think it's funny. past and laugh. I wouldn't do that to a dog, let alone a human being, but then I'm not a nasty person, so there you go. So, the afternoon walk was okay, it was fine. He was out upstairs, you know, that guy upstairs with the Ford Mondeo, and if you hear about Ford Mondeos in the Arctic Monkey song about a guy using his girlfriend as a prostitute, it said a Ford Mondeo is a pimp's car, a PIMP's car. It's inconspicuous. So a lot of guys with money will buy, when they want to abuse women and pick up girls, and that, they will use an inconspicuous car that the police won't pick up on. Right? That's what the Arctic Monkeys song, When the Sun Goes Down, is all about. A man using his girlfriend as a prostitute. And Ford Mondeo is mentioned in that song. Because when I listen to a song, I listen to the lyrics. This is why a lot of people buy songs, because the lyrics relate to them. Drugs, drink, prostitution, and all that kind of thing. Losing a parent, losing a friend. It helps other people recover from bad experiences. Listening to music heals the soul. That's why I listen to it. I listened to it when I was being abused as a kid, when I was being bullied at work, and it's not stopped. So I came back from the afternoon walk. It's a Sunday, there's no post. Got into my flat, okay? I am a woman. And I don't call these airbags, I call them breasts, bosoms, tits. But that's a new one on me, calling my bosoms airbags. Anything to put me down, isn't it? Anything to try and destroy my self-confidence and my ego, so you can trample all over me and make yourself feel better. And it's nasty and it's shameful. So guys, some men call women's tits airbags. An airbag is massive. Thank you so much, you lovely person. So, he came back after me last night. I went out on the field to walk my dog after my neighbour upstairs with his Ford Mondeo, who usually parks outside the lady's flat that's got a similar hairstyle to me, but she's older. She's in her 60s. Right, so he parks his Ford Mondeo down the flats down the bottom, where he always does, because obviously when someone is being abused, bullied, they're scared, aren't they? So if they park their car near someone else's flats, it doesn't look like they live here, and it's happening to someone else, not me, you see. So, in the evening, I goes out about 3/4 of an hour before he comes in upstairs. There are two men behind my back laughing. One of them looks like he's plastered drunk and he's wearing a pair of shorts similar to the ones I've worn on Facebook, and I've posted pictures of myself on Facebook wearing a pair of shorts just below the knee. Someone beforehand said to me, "You've got so many pictures." So some pervert thinks it's funny to put women's clothes on men, and they're walking doddering down the road. He looked drunk, he had grey hair, he looked like he had glue on his face, he looked like a waxwork dummy, and he was like going down the road, like swaying like that, down by the Common Creek Wharf, down the bottom where the swans are nesting. He was wandering around all drunk. He looked all like he had a waxwork face. It was all like gluey, shining. I don't know what he'd put on his face. Then there was a family of Asians. Remember that my son had phoned me. My son had phoned me before I went outside. He'd phoned me. And I'm well aware that I feel that my phone conversations are being listened to and my messages are being hacked into. So when I go outside, somebody's read my messages, my personal messages, and they've listened to personal phone calls in this flat, right? So I went outside after I had a phone call from my son, and there was a group of Asians, a man, a woman, a kid in a pair of red shorts, and several other little children. I haven't got children, and it might be a funny sense of humour because the guy upstairs that bullied me for several years has got black hair, and he used to have 4 or 5 kids. And my hair's red, right? It's red. So these kids are going up and down on bikes, on scooters, this Asian family. There's people walking up and down the street and I have to walk in the road because there's too many people on the path. And this white car comes very close to me and it flicks its bright lights twice. And I mean really blinding bright front lights into my eyes. And I'm actually blinded for about 4 or 5 seconds. And I'm walking in the road. And then I manage to get back onto the path, even though I can't see properly. And then several cars come up the road quite quickly. But I've managed to get myself onto the path after being blinded by bright lights for about 4 seconds. And I could have got knocked down. In the phone call, I was asked, how is Max? The last time I heard he had a bad stomach. I said that was a while ago and Max is okay now. I was asked how my flat was, is it still the same? And have I bought any furniture? This is what was said over the phone conversation with my son yesterday. My son also said to me, this is before the neighbour came in upstairs, and I don't know where he goes and I'm not interested, but he's out all day, and my son lives in London. London. I was asked if I could help out with a suit. A suit. I haven't got any money. I haven't. I've just paid for a Tesco home delivery. I haven't got money for a suit. Because if I had, I would have helped. But I haven't got money for a suit. And remember, it's my mother, Jennifer, that was left Dad's money. I wasn't left anything. I haven't got any savings at all. So I said, no, I haven't got any money for a suit. And I was told he was going to appear on television today, you know, in a film. My son's going to appear in a film. That's why he wanted the suit. Because he's in TV, you know, entertainment career. I'm just an ordinary Commonwealth Garden. I have been a wife and a mother, and now I'm a single woman who's on benefits. So I've never been on television. I don't want to be on television either. And remember, leading up to people trying to destroy me, that man came up to me. He didn't come up to my son. He came up to me. And I went back to this guy's flat, right? And his girlfriend had bought a new cupboard and a new side unit. and new table and chairs. I haven't got anything new. I still go outside. That guy, this has all been done to try and stop me doing videos and trying to stop me showing who I am. Right? Because I don't know what's going on. Some kind of con, some kind of scam. Or they've committed a crime. I don't know what's going on, trying to keep me indoors. But I'm telling you now, right, if that guy approaches me on the field, I'm going to say politely, yes, you're a nice guy, but I don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't stick your tongue down my throat. And don't touch me. Otherwise, I am going to call the police. Because if you tell someone not to touch you and they do it again, they're violating you. Assaulting you. If someone touches you and you don't want it, especially if it's in a private place, it's sexual assault. You don't know what people carry in their mouth, on their tongue, especially if they're a drug user, right? I will protect myself. I told my son what had happened. I told him. And I said, I'm just going to go the other way if I see him. If I see that chap on the field, I'm going to go the other way. I've got no help. I've got no support. And I've got no workers. And I have to deal with these things by myself. My son does not live with me, even though someone's sending post addressed to my son to this address. It wasn't my son that was assaulted by this man. It was me. Right? So I walked down past this Asian family onto the field and walked Max. And I was able to walk him around the field fairly easily. And then coming back, remember that the guy upstairs has got black hair, an Asian man with greasy, dirty hair, gets out of a car. He looks like he hasn't had a bath for a month, and he walks past me. So does the guy with the red car that dresses like my son in gym gear. So this guy's got leggings on with shorts over top, and he's dirty looking. He's been walking around with stains all down his clothes. People think it's funny to get men to approach me, and it's been going on since I lived in Gloucestershire, by the way, with no finances, dirty clothes, and somehow they've got a car. They're drug addicts, they're drunks, but they've got no money, yet they drive a car. I don't understand it. And I get people that ask me for money. They want me to pay for their petrol. They want me to pay for their tobacco. No. I've been through the wars. I've been through a lot, and I'm not taking on that, thank you very much. Who the fucking hell do you think I am? If the police won't do anything, I've got to stop it myself. It's been going on since I left my ex-husband in Gloucestershire. Sending vagrants, tramps, drunks, drug addicts to my doorstep. And don't say it's the internet police, because it isn't. This has been going on before the internet began, before Facebook and YouTube were invented. It has. Don't blame the internet and don't blame my social media. Because when I went to Gloucestershire, right, I was 18. 18! There was no internet. There was no social media, was there? Nor what my father was doing to me. went to that guy's house, which is along Rochester High Street, just off of it. Yeah, they've got nice stuff. Yeah, they've got 2 computers. They've got microphones and pianos. And it wasn't a piano, it was he told me he had a piano. And it was a keyboard. It wasn't a piano, it was a keyboard. A keyboard. And it wasn't a recording studio. It was a microphone stick and a keyboard. So beware of liars as well, embellishing things, making things appear better than they are. And he didn't have much money on his electricity or gas meter. And I'm not here to pay for other people's gas and electric when I struggle to pay my own. I think it's an ex that spread rumours, and I haven't had a sexual relationship in 6 years. So, you know, the local bike, I don't think so. It's somebody that's jealous, it's somebody that's vindictive, it's somebody that's dangerous. And they won't stop until the police lock them up. See you later.